Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. My name is Ann, and I am the host of the Positive Brainwashing Podcast. As I mentioned before, I'm expanding my content to reality TV show recaps and reviews. Sometimes tea will also be spilled. And so follow me on this page and my Instagram and my TikTok at the Positive Brainwashing Podcast for all these recaps and updates. And also I'll be recommending any TV shows and movies. All right, so let's begin with Botch Presents, the Plastic Surgery Rewind. And so the objective of this show is for people who want to reverse plastic surgery to get back to their natural selves. So I'm going to review season 1, episode 5. They are streaming originally on the E! Network, but on Peacock they're streaming every Wednesdays. So check them out. On episode 5, Aubrey O'Day, she learns that Diddy was arrested, and she had an emotional reaction because of it, and an emotional breakdown. And at the end of episode 4, Jessica Dime comes in to support her by watching the live indictment with her that morning. And Dr. Spirit checks in on her that morning and tells her to stay in her room to rest. And Aubrey also was a part of Diddy's Making the Band on MTV and a former member of Danity Kane. Sophia, a former OnlyFans or OF model, is also part of the show. And she was in a 9-year relationship. She was 18 at the time, and her boyfriend was 38. So this was a 20-year age gap relationship. They broke about a year and a half ago. Jessica Dime says that he had no business being with her because that is definitely predatory behavior. Sophia felt that she was manipulated by him, wanting her to be skinny. So at one point she had saved the money to move in with him, but instead that money was spent on her first BBL, and says that it was a form of revenge against him. Later on she would end up getting a second BBL. And later on in the episode, they're having a letting go ceremony where the contestants are going to let go of anything that they feel is holding them back. And former Playboy model Kathy came onto the show for a breast reduction, and she wanted to release her tight sports bra, and she said it was freeing to release it. Jessica attempted to release her shapewear, but she decided to keep it post-surgery. She is there to get a BBL reduction. Sebastian releases his concealer and self-tanner, and he goes on to show his castmate pictures because he needs the self-tanner and concealer to cover up his scars. And he shows his castmates pictures of when he was a victim of a hate crime on the Las Vegas Strip 3 years ago on his birthday. He said he was drugged, he was jumped, and left to die. And he learned a lesson not to post in real time. He said that it was freeing to release the self-tanner and the concealer. Jessica Dime, so empathetic, cries about hearing about Sebastian's trauma. And he kind of held her hand and said that we're not going to give these people any more power. Sophia also attempts to release her ex's blanket. She slept with it for years, every night for years, but she decided she's going to give it to the Museum of Broken Relationships in Croatia. But during the letting go ceremony, she was finally able to release her ex's leather jacket. Then this is almost towards the end of the episode. Dr. Spirit checks in on Aubrey again, and she remembers the last time that she was happy was in college before making the band, and now she no longer smiles in pictures, and that she developed a pill addiction. I also remember Aubrey O'Day coming on the season 11 of Marriage Boot Camp Reality Stars with her ex, DJ Pauly D from The Dirty Shore, if you guys know them. And at the end, Kathy meets with Dr. Dubrow, who is the surgeon from Botched. He is a plastic surgeon to the stars, and Dr. Spirit, who is there to basically be their emotional guide in the show. And she agrees to the breast reduction surgery despite potential complications of nipple necrosis, which is basically tissue death that in the rare occasion the nipple can fall off. So Kathy shares with us when she got her breast done that the doctor ended up pumping it up bigger than she asked for. To this day, she doesn't know the size, and she said that she doesn't want to deal with any more back pain, and she just wants to look more appropriate now that she is 69 and she's a grandmother. She wants to be more appropriate, to look more appropriate as a grandmother. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening. Check out Plastic Surgery Rewind, airing every Wednesdays on Peacock. Ciao.